I am so excited to be sitting with the next generation of talent representing for the grime scene. It's the cast of BBC Three's Grime Kids. Welcome. How are you guys doing?
Great.
I'm really well. Guys, I've seen the show. I'm gassed. That's all I'm going to say. I'm gassed. But I'm so excited that we all get to talk about it a little bit more in depth. So, first of all, welcome to the mainstream. So, what I love about the show is that it's definitely representing a big part of like British culture. For me, this was my youth. Like, you lot are definitely representing. But I think it's really important that the casting came together in a really interesting way, because I know that some of you this is your debut TV series, right? Yeah. That's huge. Can we give him a round of applause? You're gonna realize this is the energy that we bring, right? But I also know, Shanu, you fronted the Mayor of London's Have a Word campaign, which was Tienne, you've been to drama school, darling. Drama school, yes. Juwon, you were a part of the incredible Damilola Taylor story as well. And I know you all have a mixed background. So let's get into it. How did you all hear about Grime Kids, and how did you get the role?
So I heard about Grime Kids through a DM of my cousin, to be fair. It was a casting call for an open audition for Grime Kids. He just sent it to me. He was like, bro, I think you should go. I was like, all right, cool. We'll give it a go anyway. So I ended up going in, and my audition process was a bit different to all of these lots, because I had a lot more stages. Well, not like 4 more stages to go through.
Really?
Yeah.
What, do you know why that is?
Guess because it was open casting, I guess.
Delove, do you know?
No, I just said because he's number one, I guess.
Oh, no.
It could have been important as well for them to make sure that they got like the right person, 100%. So yeah, it was long. I had about 9 auditions, I think it was. Wow. 9 or 8 auditions.
Anyone else have a different experience?
I mean, coming from more of the agency side of things, it was even the casting on the show was a bit strange, because I don't know if you guys remember this. I remember getting the Grime Kids self-tape 3 months before I even came in for an actual audition. Really? So I'd done a tape, which I thought was awful, by the way. Like, I was doing some proper Cockney accent in it. I didn't really quite understand like what it was. Yeah, exactly. Literally, though, I was like doing it awful, and then they came in for like actual in-person auditions, and then that's when we did them. So yeah, no, I think we all had a bit of a different story, but yeah, there was. I must say though, the audition process was so good. Like, every single boy that we met auditioning for this job, they were all so nice. Everyone was so welcoming. It was probably like the best audition process I've ever had. Like, genuinely, like, everyone was so nice. So
okay,
yeah, it was
so
good.
You've got more of the,
Yes,
like, you know,
please.
I heard some agency. my agent, darling. So, what was your agent conversation like?
I literally got the audition a month prior, so I did a self-tape for it.
Is that late in comparison to everyone else then?
I think similar to everyone else in the agency sense. So yeah, got it a month prior, and then went to the audition live-o, and I was like, oh wow, this is completely different from what like a normal audition would be for us actors. So it was nice. It was like refreshing, very refreshing to be able to feel something different in an audition room, and be able to connect with other actors as well that are coming up slowly but surely.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Shanu, how about you? So, okay, I'm assuming you've been in the game a little while. Been in the game a little while, you know. Just throw EastEnders in there. Why not? So, when you heard Grime Kids is being made, what was your reaction to that?
When I heard Grime Kids was being made, I feel like already it was something that I kind of connected with, in a sense of growing up and listening to the kind of the grime culture. It was amongst everyone, especially if you lived in London, for sure. But when I first saw it, I saw the open casting call.
Okay.
And I can't lie, I was thinking, never get an open casting call. They never get back to me, so I'm not even gonna. Yeah, literally, it's a different kind of process that way. But then my agent contacted me saying we have an audition for Grime Kids as well. So I was thinking, well, there must be a reason.
Yeah, 2 hits.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Sounds
you know what I mean?
decent,
And already the title was already intriguing. Mm-hmm. So to then eventually get to the audition, go through that process of being with so many different boys, and then finally getting a role there, it was great, man. It was wicked.
I love that. Okay, so in all honesty, how much did you know about UK grime scene? Just by show of hands, or just a here? Do you feel like you knew a lot about the grime scene?
That much. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Go on, Delove.
So I was born in 1999.
Oh, okay. The show was set in 2001, just for context.
I didn't know much, but growing up, I did hear music, grime and garage.
Yes.
So it was still like, you know, taking me back a little bit into my childhood. But I had to do my research.
I was about to say.
Yeah. I had to do my research, like docu-series on BBC iPlayer. I remember they spoke specifically about grime with Nole and stuff. So that was good. And YouTube videos.
Nice.
But getting Target's book as well, DJ Target's book. So yeah.
Did you all read the book?
We all got gifted it and read it.
Oh, I love that. That's good because obviously the series is inspired by the legend, grime legend, in fact, DJ Target, who not only wrote kind of like a biography of his life, but then it went on to be created by BAFTA nominee Teresa Akoko. She is awesome.
The queen.
Yeah. I actually interviewed the girls who starred in Rocks, and they said the same. They love her, and I can see that you guys have the same. I was at the screening. I saw the love. You lot are a whole family. So, what was the atmosphere like on set? Because I know Target was there quite often as well. So, having them both heavyweights on set, kind of watching you go through it. How was the vibe?
I mean, there was a slight sense of pressure because we had to get it right. But I'd say we just worked together as a team because we all had one dream and we wanted to execute this as accurately and as passionately as well as we could.
Love that.
So having Target and Teresa there most of the time, it was amazing. We always needed to lean on them at certain points.
Okay.
And they were very supportive of us all the time. So it was a great help having them on.
That's really nice to hear. Okay, so I'm sure everyone wants to know because obviously there's references to Wiley, there's references to like DEE. Did any famous faces appear like on set, or did you get to have little one-on-ones to kind of get a bit more insight? Delove saying, yeah. Who did you see?
Well, more so the boys, but we saw obviously Target.
Yes.
He was there a lot of the time. Gets. Yeah. And who else?
It was Rude Kid.
Okay.
Who else did we have? We had helps from like Villain.
Okay.
Aaron, Genius.
Oh, come on. The pioneer of Rinse FM. Genius had to be there. It's so true.
Literally.
So true.
Yeah. Pa Sally even ended up coming to one of our like.
No way.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, Delive's like, what? What day was that? What day? I missed that day.
I was saying we had days where people wouldn't be in, or we just see people roaming around. So we saw Dizzy Rascal one day when he was shooting as well.
You said that so casually?
Yeah.
Oh, you know. Dizzy.
Yeah, it was so casual. He saw us, we saw him, and everyone was just like, oh, look, it's Dizzy.
Okay. No, that sounds like it's exactly the vibe and atmosphere I was expecting. Like lots of legendary people, like you're rubbing shoulders with them because you're future legends yourselves. So I love that. What I love is that I saw so much of my childhood in there, and like, what do you think young people will take away from it? Because again, this is set in 2001. You've made a really good point. A lot of young people that are probably going to be watching it know about the grime scene, but seeing it like replicated is going to be different. So what do you think they're going to take from it?
I've said before that I learned so much just being on set and like learning about a time that I wasn't necessarily present in. I was born, but like I was like 3.
Yeah.
So it's like, so just to see just the area, like being in East London in such a prominent time of like the come up of garage music leading up to grime, and seeing what people's lives were like, what they were living with, the events that went down, and just I feel like as much as people have, the older generation will have like a nostalgic feeling, the younger generation will be able to learn something and definitely gain something from maybe the people before them and what they had to go through for sure.
Love that. That's powerful, man. Anyone else want to add? No, well said. Okay, if you could each describe Grime Kids in one word, what would you say? Yeah, one. Let's blare you. That's 6 words, you know.
You got that word?
Well, the first one that comes to mind for me is vibrant.
Ooh, I like
Very
that.
vibrant.
I like that.
Vibrant, that's a great word.
Can't see it.
I'll say innocent. I'll say
that's
innocent.
nice.
Yeah, or innocence.
I'll go for the easy one, nostalgic.
Yes. Yeah, you smashed that. Well done.
I'm gonna say youthful.
Youthful. Okay, that's nice. I like that.
That came to me so quickly. One word to describe the show. To describe the show.
Yeah, describe the show. Yeah.
Describe. Uncompromising.
Ooh, okay. I see you. That's cool. No, I'm playing with you. They learned good words there. Delove, how about you? Can you grab the back?
No.
I'd say emotional.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
I've only seen episode 1 and 2, so this sounds
Girl, get into it.
emotional. I like that. Okay. All right. Well, you all look like you genuinely get on. You had a great time on set. How did you all develop the bond to get the? I mean, we've got a love romance on the horizon. You know, there's a little conflict between. I don't even know. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on between two of the characters. I'm like, okay, are they siblings? Are they not? Let's no spoilers. But how did you build to get your character development to a point of like true friendship?
I think just us getting on so well helped. Like we all got on so well from the first time that we met each other as a 5, and obviously with the love coming in as well. Like we all got on so well, so that helped. And I will say Teresa, I think having Teresa there with us, telling us about our character, having things like while we're rehearsing, we had to write stuff about our characters and how we feel in certain moments. So I think having her with us and our directors with us, helping us, with us all being good friends, it was just like a nice blend where we could all just work and be relaxed. And I think it came across. So yeah.
I'd even say down to like, I think it was towards like our final auditions, the first group audition that we had when we was all together. And then we got told there's like 5 other boys coming in, so you lot just do the best that you can, but then there's 5 other boys coming in. So you don't remember that? Yeah, they were saying on our last audition they said, yeah, it's you 5, but then there's another 5.
Was that legit?
No, they tricked us. They literally. Woo. But throughout that whole audition, we was like, raw. There's another group of people coming in. All right, cool. So,
The industry's ruthless.
I don't know. I think so. But
I thought we got it. Then they said,
yeah, then they said we got more people coming. It was like, what?
That's probably why they said it. They probably
So-
saw us.
They said, how much do you want it? You better prove yourself today.
So I'd say from that audition, we all kind of, I think we was walking to the train station after, and we was just Royal Oak. We was all walking to Royal Oak, and we was like, raw. Imagine we don't get this. Imagine we don't get this. Imagine we really don't get this. And everyone's like, yeah, but I've seen situations where it gets to the last people and then they don't get it. So I think it was that hope of all of us having that same dream of
Yes.
eventually being on this project together. Because we did, from that audition, we felt so comfortable with each other.
That's
It's like we was
great.
trying to push each other to bring the best out of each other. And we knew that if that's only the beginning, by the end of this project, it's going to be mad.
I love that. We mentioned before that quite a few of you, Tienne, Juwon, Shanu, you've all had experiences on screen. But for you, what were some of the things that you did to put yourself out there to get this role? And this is for everyone. Like, was there anything in particular that you was doing regularly? Like, you know, for anyone that's listening, I need to get a big show on BBC Three. Like, was that a part of your vision board, your goal? What, like, you know, what's the keys to success?
I think for me, it's just persistence and not giving up at all, because it is, like you said, a ruthless industry, but it takes that one yes at the end of the day for you to just go off and be different. And through that, it's just pure like grit. You got to keep on going regardless of what happens. And yeah, you don't know where you might end up, really and truly.
I like that one yes though. That's all it takes, isn't it? One yes. That's nice. Anyone else?
Yeah, I think I'd say like belief as well, like true self-belief. Like I think a lot of people will say they really want to do something, but they don't even necessarily believe it for themselves. So I think when you find it in yourself, and if that means you've got to work a bit harder, or if it means you've just got to keep thinking about it, you've got to keep manifesting it, whatever that is for you, I think true self-belief where you genuinely think I can do this was that kind of turning point for me when I really was like, I can actually do this, is when things started to work out better. So I think, yeah, true self-belief, I would say, is a big key of of that. Yeah.
I saw you nodding when I said vision board as well.
Yeah,
I
no,
feel like
you got to manifest it though. I think. Like, I
Yeah.
said from a year ago, like you got to manifest these things. Just saying it and believing it. It's a big thing. It's real.
Love that.
Um,
What?
Yeah, no, because of, the industry is hard, and obviously I've never been on a professional set. I've only done independent stuff before, but
Yeah.
I just being rejected so many times, you just kind of lose hope a little bit, but obviously the
Yeah.
passion is always there. But doing this audition, I was just like, my attitude was kind of like, okay, let me just do it anyway, And then I did it, and then I got a message, an email, and I was just like, okay, I actually got a recall. This is
I love
crazy.
that.
So yeah, persistency is good, definitely.
Girl, you have slayed your character. Like
Thank
I'm
you so
so
much.
excited, and I think that's
Thank you.
what is so refreshing about this show. Like just seeing like young black teens enjoying themselves. Like my favorite scene, not a spoiler, but kind of, but it's part of the grime culture. Like you lot were at a proper champagne dance, and I could tell that you lot genuinely had a good time, but you were showing the pure essence of getting in. So I didn't sneak into clubs. I was a good girl. But we used to have under 18s. And we thought we were sick. Best outfits. Everyone said, whose house are we staying at? Like, what clothes are we wearing? And you guys really represented that so well. And like, you shined. You look stunning.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I love that for you. So let's talk about the characters and the music related to it, because grime is heavily in there, garage is heavily in there, even a little bit of Lovers Rock was in there. Listen, the big people tunes are running. So for you guys, how did it feel being immersed in the music culture like that?
It felt amazing. It feels like the people who, it was like different generations impacted that stuff, because you have like the Lovers Rock generation and stuff, and that kind of music is the kind of music that I heard growing up.
Nice.
Because it's like, I listened to that as a child. So when certain songs come on, I may not know the name of it or anything, but I know the melody or some words here and there, and he'll sing that. And so then when I'm shooting family scenes with like, with Joe and Sean, who play my parents.
Love that scene.
Then it's like I'm completely in like a family, completely in a family environment there. But then with the grime and all the garage music, that was kind of like sound bath of the community at the time.
Yeah.
So then all of the people who experienced music in that way when they were growing up, kind of seeing them come around us and like re-experiencing the joy that they felt and like the excitement and this kind of thing of like, now it's about to be opened up in a way that was never done before.
Definitely.
It was just like, I don't know, memories from the past that are now being like exploded into this big image, and like the passion and love that they felt for it was infectious. And then it like went on to us, and it made us feel like, oh, now all of this stuff is just as important to us, but like in a personalized way.
So you were preaching, you know.
You've been doing it all day. You've been doing it all day.
Like, damn, the culture is here. No, I think it's really important what you said. Like, you know, it felt authentic. It felt genuine. You was really representing the scene. And just going off of that as well, like, you all play different characters in terms of, like, you become DJs, you become MCs, you become producers. So did you actually build up any new skills along the way? I know your character was playing Logic, like learning about Logic, and like there was references to Fruity Loops. I know the producers are gonna be like, "Oh my god!" So like, did you learn to DJ, MC, or practice?
So with
Yes.
me,
What happened?
so Target did help teach me a bit on the decks
From Target.
from Target.
That is
The man himself.
epic.
Crazy. So yeah, that was a good experience. I'd say I did learn a bit. I did want to carry it on, but the decks are completely different to what the decks are today.
He was doing vinyl, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now there's like, there's better things.
Plug the USB in.
Anyone else? Dive in.
Yeah, I mean, I've started my journey into the music industry as well. So I took a course in DJ and music production. Yeah, so
No one knew. Look at it.
Yeah, so
Okay.
because I love music in it, and like, I just wanted to like take it further. Yeah.
Guys, I'm so happy.
Thank you.
Literally, Grime Kids could actually go on tour now. Let's see what happens. But no, I'm loving that your journeys have been so good. Oh, did anyone else learn anything? You learn how to manage. All right, nice.
I have to say that Aaron, who came in to help me and Juwon.
Yeah.
We learned how to rap like a grime garage MC.
What does that involve?
Oh man, it's
Like inside.
Well, I can't really give too much spoilers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there, but yeah.
They're both being shy because they're talking about themselves. Listen, they did a lot. They did a lot of work in terms of embodying it, the things that they were doing with their voice, like just like stepping into a kind of presence that you have to kind of like show, especially to a crowd in front of people and everything.
Yeah.
And probably it's nothing like our actual characters' personalities. We're all trying to be very aspirational on the show, so all that stuff is not normal to us. We're not like incredibly talented at what the things that we're trying to do. We're just aspiring to the people who look like they're doing that thing.
Definitely.
So like they did great jobs by stepping into that energy when it said so for the story.
Oh, that's sick. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Now, it sounds like you lot are going to go in the show, which is amazing. I feel like you've put out a really positive message about, like, you know, persistence, like having the vision, drive and all that. Be aspiring, go for it. So what should someone that is starting out as an actor know, especially now that you've got experience about some mainstream TV, what should they know about the industry before they get into it?
Get used to hearing the word no.
Oh, it's
Just
real.
especially as an actor, you're gonna hear. I mean, to be fair, not even just in acting. I'm sure in so many professions in this industry, but acting definitely, you're gonna hear no 95% of the time, probably even more than that. And then when you do hear yes, you hear yes a bit, and then there might be a no coming at the end of that anyway. So, do you know what I mean? Like, just getting used to not necessarily disappointment, but just taking on what you learn from those no's, and not just taking it like, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'm not. There's so many other reasons for why you might not get a role. So yeah, I think that just don't take a no's too seriously.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Juwon, what you got for me, man?
I think like practice is the main thing.
Nice.
Like always be practicing, always be doing something, especially as a creative, always like be around what you want to do, and that can get you to where you want to go a lot quicker than not being around it or not doing it.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of practice is involved in this as well. So yeah.
Nice. Well, do you know what? I feel like we can get onto the tips now, because this has led so nicely to the tips, the gems. These are the bits we love. Because as much as it's important to hear the harsh realities of the industry, we want to leave them with some top tips to feel good. So, beautiful cast of Grime Kids. Can you give us? We usually do 5, but today we're gonna have 6. Can we get 6 top 5 tips for the mainstream? Who wants to start?
So is this in auditions, like as an actor, or just
In
tips?
general, getting into the industry while you're in it. This is any perspective, yeah.
Okay.
I think never be afraid of the fact that you don't know stuff. It's fine to not know things. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel almost like, in a way of like, I feel like when you get asked a question about giving tips to people, you want to give them something that they can then maybe implement into their own practice or into their own life.
Yeah.
But I think maybe not, because like I don't feel like I ever really have got anywhere in life from the things that people told me was gonna happen or anything like that. Okay. So I think like as long as you're just being comfortable in your skin, no matter what's going on, whether you feel like something's coming, whether something's like on the horizon for you, or if something's not coming at all, it's just like inviting like a feeling of like comfort and ease into your life. Definitely. And then when you get somewhere, it's fine. Just be like, I don't know anything. I don't know nothing right now. But like if I don't know, that means I can get to know. And if you tell me certain things and I'm like capable of getting there, then as long as you feed me that information, then then you can do it. Do you get what I mean? But like, just like, maybe I'll say, just not let imposter syndrome take you over to the point where you feel like you have to fake it to make it or anything like that. Because what's the point of faking something when you can do something honestly? You can be honestly shit. Oh, sorry, I don't know if I can swear.
You got it now.
you can be honestly shit, or you can be honestly amazing. Do you get what I mean? But as long as you're probably doing something honestly, you're much closer to that than if you're not trying to do it really at all.
Tienne, you're keeping it real, bro. I like it.
I've got something similar to that.
Okay, Gabriel, go for it. Tip number 2.
Yeah, I'll say just asking questions as well. Like, don't be afraid to ask questions. If that's in an audition, if you have a question about your character that you want to know, ask it. If it's to a director, like there's no bad questions, especially with acting. Like it's all subjective. So whatever you take from it is what you're going to take from it. So learning more and knowing more from the people who have wrote it. Like we had Teresa. Teresa will tell you how many questions I probably asked her about Junior and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Because she's the person that can tell me. So yeah, I think just not being afraid to ask questions is an advice that I would give.
Okay, love that. Tip number 3, please.
Always approach. I think it's something that I was taught, but always approach a scene different every time you're presented with it.
Nice.
You don't want to end up doing robotic things or doing the same thing over and over again. Variation is better than just flatness. So that's something that I would pass on.
You're giving the editor something to work with. I like that. Okay, tip number 4. Delove, yes, please.
I'd say don't be in your head too much. Don't be too hard on yourself. No one can be you. There's only you. Like, no one can actually be you. So whatever you do, it will be unique anyway. So don't overthink and think that you have to be like someone else or copy. When I was on set, there were 2 people that came to me and told me that, advised me that I was in my head too much. And yeah, so, and I know that about myself, you know, so it was nice to just kind of like get the feedback to just be at ease and just remember that I can do this in my way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you did it. Okay, tip number 5. Oh, 2 more.
I think it's a bit cliche to say believe in yourself, but I definitely feel like as an actor, you should definitely trust yourself and trust like the decisions you make.
Like that.
I think while I was on set, especially for this project, it was like a regular thing that I'd continue to do is ask people, did I do it right in that scene? Or was it good? Do you want me to go again? And I was just constantly told I was fine. Just like I said, trust yourself. Like, you know, no one is going to make you any better than you are yourself. Like, you know the points you need to hit. You did the work. You've looked into the character. You've explored everything you need to explore. And it's like, only you can bring that out of you.
Yeah.
No one can tell you, this. They can give you advice. They can say, maybe if you tweak this and do that. But really and truly, it's you that's got to do it. And it's you that's got to find the character, especially it's you've been given the responsibility to helm this role and make it your own. So you just have to believe that you can do it and trust the process and trust what you do.
Nice. I like this. Okay, Juwon, number 6.
Number 6. I think the main thing for me is write down your goals that you want. Like, make sure it's on paper that you can look at every day and know that, okay, this is what I'm aspiring towards. This is what I want to do. This is who I want to be and how I want things to turn out in my life. So, yeah, I think that's the main thing.
This is a good top 6. I like this. Top 6 tips for the mainstream. Well, thank you so much, guys, for speaking with me. I'm so excited for everyone to see Grime Kids. So let them all know where they can see it, how they can see it, and how they can get involved. Our spokespeople.
Grime Kids will be out on BBC 3 and also BBC iPlayer very soon.
Oh, nice. Thank you. And how can we follow you guys and keep up to date with you guys as well?
I'm use Crookes on every social media platform, so I'm not that hard to find.
Yeah, I'm Gabe Robinson. Yeah, watch me.
Oh my God.
I'm Juwon Adedokun on everything, really. So, yeah.
Amazing.
S.Hazzan on Instagram. And
Mate, you're going to have to spell that for us.
S.Hazzan, so Hazan.
If you were looking for Shanu, you're not going to find it.
Yeah, man, that's it.
There's not too much to keep up with me for like in that kind of. It's like,
You're not a poster?
no, I'm not.
Okay,
it's like,
fair.
You'll see the show.
He said,
and
just watch me, darling.
He's got Instagram. I don't know how to
I don't want you to follow me.
He said, just watch me, it's fine. Well, thank you so much for joining me on the mainstream. I'm so excited for Grime Kids to be out. Yes.